turn around. We got a storm coming, we think. It's getting really windy. Look at that sky. It's getting windy. So we're gonna do the right thing and make a YouTube video. Whee! Probably a little windy. So it's getting really windy. Let's go in the garage. So anyway, it's so windy.
I want to see how fast the weather takes at a time.
What a terrible idea that was. All right. So, what is going on out there?
The shovel fell over.
Oh, yeah, you were worried about that. Anyway, we're not talking about the weather. There's people on YouTube to do that now.
21 miles per hour.
On the ground?
Waist level.
Getting rowdy. Now what fell?
That I don't know.
Anyways, now that we've wasted a minute, we are working on the 4A engine that I bought for the gray Toyota a while back. Shovel fell?
Another shovel.
Wait, we have more than one? So anyway, we're working on the 4A finally that we bought, what, 6 months ago? 8 months ago?
It was after the meet and greet. It was during winter. I want to say January, February.
January, February. So yes, bought this engine on Marketplace. Had to drive like an hour and a half to go get it. Anybody that's watching the tercel videos know that we kind of did a refresh on the gray Toyota, the Rescue Tercel, which is out there. Hello. So we did a refresh on the 3A that was in it, but I want more power. And the 4A is the only thing that you can buy that's a direct swap, still keep it carbureted, bolt all your brackets on it, and it'd be perfectly fine. So the stock 3A has like 63 horsepower, I think it is. The stock 4A, which this I guess came out of like an A86 Corolla, they don't really give you an exact number, but it's like 72 or 3 to 78 horsepower is what this engine has. Well, we were up in Michigan visiting our buddy Luke, aka Bearded Ranger. That's his YouTube. He has a special junkyard he goes to, so we went with him and we scored this special cylinder head for a 4A. I don't know if anybody knows anything about 4As, but the difference between these heads is you look here. Well, I need a light. I don't have any light. Khakis. Here, I'll just grab this way overly sized light. There we go. So if you look at this head, where the intake is, the valve cover is flat. It's just a standard 4A head. Well, they only made these for a few years, I guess. They call this one the wavy head. See how it goes? Woo, 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 speed bumps. So apparently, the 4As with the wavy head, we can find a button, put out 89 horsepower. Not 72 to 78 horsepower, because apparently these have better valves or bigger valves. I don't know. Magic happens. It gives you more power. So, of course, I had to snag this up because I think I paid $100 for it. $100 to gain that much horsepower. Well, that's just a great deal. So now I will be stripping this engine down, getting the blocks into the machine shop, see if it needs standard pistons or bigger rings. I don't know. We're going to find that out. And we're going to rebuild that head and put it on this block because the bottom ends are the same. Right, honey?
That's what we're doing.
So yeah, we're going to get this thing all stripped down, tear it apart, and hopefully everything looks good on the inside. Where are you going? Hey, look, the storm's going away. It's getting sunny.
That's why the lights are flickering.
Probably. There's probably like intense wind somewhere. So yeah, that's what we're going to go ahead and do in this video. We're going to strip this engine apart so I can get that dang block to the machine shop, and hopefully all is good and we can just standard parts put it together. I don't want to have to buy oversized bearings and oversized pistons and rings because that costs more, and then you got to pay $80 a hole to have the cylinders overboard, and that just sucks. So, but we're going to try and do this right, make it look nice and pretty, maybe paint the valve cover. I don't know. What do you think?
Probably.
We could powder coat it. with a Harbor Freight powder coating kit. Ooh, it would be a cool idea.
It would be so cool.
But what color do you make it?
To be determined.
What is the squeaking?
I don't know.
Sounds like a saw or seahorse, or what is it, like the horsey swings?
Probably Jason out there on a horsey swing.
I don't know. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started on that. We'll get this baby stripped down and see what we got. Right, honey?
That's right.
Hopefully we don't lose power because of a big storm or a tornado. That would suck.
Would it though?
I'd like to see a tornado, but not through our backyard. Okay, let's tear apart an engine. What are you doing over there, honey?
Meeting.
You're eating?
Meeting.
You're having a meeting? I was gonna say, because you're not eating. I'm eating. Oh. Alright. Let's talk about the 4A. Spent an hour ripping it apart because I'm slow. And I'm sweating because it's hot in here. Whoops. Stop the video by mistake. Continuing. Alright, so here's the cylinders. See if I can turn some light on in here. Does it work? There we go. Well, they don't look too shabby. They're pretty shiny. I mean, it's definitely got some wear, but I don't feel any huge lip at all. Just the carbon. But it's pretty smooth still, which is good news. And it rotates really good. It doesn't appear that the pistons are oversized. They look to be standard pistons, which is great news. So hopefully we can get away with just a hone job on these and clean them pistons up and put new rings on them. Right, honey?
I messed it.
It's talking about the cylinders.
Yes, right, honey.
Yeah, hopefully we can just hone them. No overbore.
Oh yeah, it did look like you could just have them.
Yeah. Freaking crank bolt though. My goodness. If you've seen me whacking it with a hammer, this is why. It was really rusted on there for some stupid reason, so I had to put a fancy, I don't know, they were my grandpa's. These Craftsman easy out thingies or whatever for strip bolts on the impact. Had the old mill hunky on max power to get that thing loose. So somebody obviously over torqued it, but this slid right off, which was handy. And you can tell someone was in here because of the way that it is. Look at all that goop. What are they trying to fix it? These are like $2. Just put a new seal in it. Oh well, they have silicone all over the front main. Ridiculous. So whatever. Classy work. Over torqued crank bolt. Whatever. We got it. Thank God I got a spare. Now I gotta pull the oil pan. Yay! By the way, we didn't die from a tornado. Everything's good. Alright.
We wasn't even under a tornado watch.
You don't know what'll happen.
Oh.
You were the one like, ooh, tornado.
I don't, just because it's a dream.
It's a dream to be in a tornado?
No. Around one.
Yeah.
I want to experience it. I don't want to hurt. But far enough away to see it.
That's what I want.
Yes.
It can go right down the neighbor guy's yard. That'd be great.
No, the other neighbor guy.
Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and get this oil pan pulled off and see what she looks like down below. Okay, so we got all the pistons and rods and main caps and everything removed, and It's looking pretty good. No crazy wear on the crank, at least to my knowledge. I'm not no expert engine guy, but I think that looks pretty good. Main bearings have a little bit of wear. This one's got a nice little groove in it here, but otherwise they don't really look too terrible. For, I think they said it had 200,000 miles on it, so for 200,000 those look great in my opinion. Let's see if I can get a rod here. Yeah, I mean, they're not terrible. Definitely needs bearings, but I'd say this is the worst one. Pretty happy with that. I'm thinking we can get away with just doing a hone job on that. And I'm going to do the wrong thing and not even touch that crank. I'm just going to slap bearings in it. Right, honey?
That's right, honey.
That's what I did to the gray Toyota. It's running phenomenal.
Phenomenal, honey.
Did a freaking hone job, new rings, and
Job.
slapped new bearings in it, and it's been running great. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Huh? Flipping fantastic. Yeah. Flantastic? Well, now you're just confusing me. So yes, I'm thinking the bottom end's mint. And get away, we're going to save a lot of money on that by not having to have it overboard or go crazy with polishing the crank. I'm not even worried about it. I'm not looking to dump $600 into a bottom end. No siree. And then the head, I'll have, well, that's not the one we're using. That's the one we're using. The woo one. I'll have them check it, make sure it ain't warped or anything. If so, I'll have to have them deck the head. But otherwise, I'll tear it apart and put new valve seals in it myself. Right, honey?
That's right, honey.
Yeah?
Yes, it is.
Woo! Don't act all excited. You're like, I don't even care. Well, yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about. Finally tore this engine apart. Didn't take too long, a couple hours. So, what do you think? Should we wrap it up? Wrap it up? You want to say anything?
Hydrate.
Hydrate.
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, if you want to watch more of these awesome videos of this engine being built. There we go. I don't know how to point on camera. But yeah, if you want to watch any more videos of this engine getting built, go ahead and subscribe. It says to do. And we'll eventually, the following winter, be putting it in that car. So we'll be upgrading it by 50% on the power. That'll be man. All right. Peace. Honey, peace.